Good morning. You got a snaggle tooth. Holding your lip up, monkey. You're actually in your bed. You sleeping in your bed. Did that arm just go up because you want a belly rub? Yeah? You do look comfy. Nice to see you using your bed. Makes a change. I bought Key this new water bottle. I can't remember what the brand is, but I'll put a link in the description. I bought it off Amazon, but it came from Amazon US, so it... I don't know what that was. So it took a little bit longer to arrive, but I love it. It comes with its own little bag, a strap. This is where you pour it, and then this unscrews as well, so you can fill it up. It's a really pretty colour. So it's this tealy blue at the top, and at the bottom, there you go, pink at the bottom, and it has two bowls. So the bottles that I usually use for Key, I've got like, this has a thing that flips up so that he drinks out of that, the water pours into there, but it's not really big enough for his nose and he doesn't like to drink from it. So this one, you literally just unscrew a bowl. This one's actually the treat bowl, and then that's the water bowl, but this is the one that I use. And then you pour it into there. And you don't even have to take it out of the bag that it's in, because it sits inside it. And you only have to unzip the bottom. The only issue I have is if I screw the bowl up and catch the inside of the zip inside the bowl, and then it's a little bit fiddly to redo the zip. But if I don't do that, it's fine. So yeah, I really like this bottle. It's aluminium and he drinks out of it, which is a bonus because it's a proper bowl, so he can actually get his nose in there properly and drink from it. He's less likely to refuse. Okay, we're ready to go. Some water? Let's get some water, shall we? Let's get some water. See if I can do it one-handed. Oh, you're a good boy. The thing is that the lid stays attached. Doesn't. Can I be in focus? That would be great if I could be in focus. You can't drink it whilst I'm pouring it because it'll pour too much and then it'll spill over me. Oh, it's going down my leg. Some more. Oh, you just dribbled right down my knee. Oh, lovely. You're thirsty though. Okay. Is that enough? My knee is soaking wet. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. You had enough? More water? Any more before I get rid of it? Is that enough? Okay. That's how easy that is to use. I can do it one-handed. Okay. Wet leg. Get on in. This is what 90% humidity looks like. It doesn't look as bad on camera, but it just makes my hair go all fluffy, and also I am sweaty. But we've done a walk. The temperature's not too bad actually. It's only like 17 degrees. It's gone down to 14 degrees, but the humidity is 90%. Which is gross. You can probably hear Key having a drink. I'm gonna go de-glisten, cool down, get some breakfast. I think he's gonna lay down in the kitchen. No? Yep. Yeah, he's laying down in the kitchen. I was about to say I defluffed my hair, but then it looked really fluffy. I styled it. I'm just so bad at doing my hair. This is my hair today. It's almost back to its normal length. It's I had loads cut off, but it's normally down to my belly button, so it's almost back to full length. Oh, breakfast time. It's kind of chilly. I'm actually feeling chilly now. 15 degrees now. But yeah, it was 17 when I got up, then it dropped to 14, and now it's 15, and I'm kind of chilly. I've got the windows open for Key, so if I get really chilly, I'll just put a jumper on. But today, I'm actually going to be doing some watercolours, and I haven't done watercolouring for a very, very long time. Since, I think I was doing my A-levels. Yeah, I was doing my A-levels. I bought a little travel watercolour set, which I still have, and I'm keeping it out of nostalgia. So I went shopping yesterday at the range because it's the closest craft shop we've got, and it has a surprising amount of professional painting supplies, and it's been such a long time since I've actually gone and bought traditional crafting things, because I do most of my drawing now digitally, so I don't actually buy things like pencils. Yesterday went out and bought a new palette, a big palette, so I've got a few more different coloured pans, and a load of professional paintbrushes. They were so expensive. One of them was $18.99, and I know they are expensive when you're getting professional ones. But yeah, the guy was like, "These paintbrushes are expensive. Did you know they're really expensive?" I said, "I do. I just don't know their individual price." And it came to like over £100 for the palette and the paper and the brushes. But I've got it now, so I can I can do some watercolour. Last night I did some swatches of the colours and then some practice scribbles just to get the hang of the brushes and see what colours I like and how they mix together. And then I did a test portrait of Key. So this is my first attempt at a watercolour portrait. The watercolours I'd done before were just landscape or plants, flowers and things when I was doing my A-levels a long time ago. So this is my first traditional watercolour portrait. I've done digital ones, which definitely you can get a similar effect, but the technique is very different because it's a lot harder traditionally. So these are the brushes I got. They are Winsor & Newton, and they are the Cotman range. I think these two were the like $18.99 ones. And then these black ones. I bought the blue ones. I thought I'd got a complete set for myself, but I then went on YouTube to look up an exercise tutorial just to get yourself used to it. The first brush she used, I didn't buy. It was a round brush, and I didn't buy one, so I went out to the garage where I've got paintbrushes in my pottery, because I use paintbrushes in that, and I found these round ones. I don't think these are professional brushes at all. And this is the one I've been using the most, despite the fact that these are these expensive ones. I've been using the mops to wet paper, and I've used this thin point one, and I've used this flat angled one. But yeah, that's the one I've been using the most, so I'll probably, because it's not the best bristles on the top, it's nice and soft, there's already starting to separate, so I'll probably buy a Winsor & Newton round brush when I next go back to the range. And this is the palette I got. It was the only one they had that wasn't a travel palette and wasn't a kids one. So these are the colours we got, and you can see I've already had a go. I actually get to use this that I made, which is a paintbrush stand and cleaner. I've got little ridges in the bottom so you can rub your brush on it to clean it. And I made this just because I wanted to, because I saw one, I thought that'd be fun to make, so I made one. And now I'm finally having a use for it. And I also made a paintbrush stand, so you can rest your brushes there. I haven't really used it. I tend to just keep the paintbrush in my hand, but I mean, it's there, I can use it. Or I can just use the edge of here and rest it across the top. And then I've got this other one which was actually meant for candles, this one. So this is my dirty water and this is my clean water. Here are my swatches. So I swatched all the colours to get a gradient to see how they behaved and what they look like. Some of the colours I like a lot more than others. This one didn't want a gradient very well. It's just full saturation the whole way. These were my first scribbles. You can see I practiced an eye, that's Key's eye. Doing blending, doing multiple colours on the brush together, playing around really. And then I did some more playing around. But it was meant to be some kind of whale thing. I didn't actually intentionally leave the white gap, but then it ended up looking a bit like a killer whale. And then some hills with trees and grass. The weirdest looking butterfly. That pad I had is a small A5 pad. But I wanted to work on A4 size. But this paper was really thin. I didn't realise when I bought it that it was only 140 GSM, and the other pad which I got was 300 GSM, which is much better, much more suited to watercolour. This is actually a watercolour pad. Watercolour pad. 140. That's not thick enough. Not thick enough at all. So this paper is you can see the shape of it. There's not a lot of water on there, but it's already warping. Again, I was doing some more testing with pencil and watercolour over the top, and then a random flower which I found on Google. I don't know what size this is, but it's not A4, but it's 300 GSM, so it's much better than the other paper. But I went ahead with it anyway, with my portrait, and there it is. So I messed up the eyes, and the whiskers are way too thick, but I think it's pretty. I like the colours. I definitely like the colours. But yeah, the eyes. And then the whiskers are just too thick. But this is what I want to do. I want portraits like this. I want to do a big A3 one to go on the wall in the office. So I've ordered some better paper, some not A4 that's going to arrive today, and some A3, so I can do more of these, but you can see how crinkly it is. I mean, watercolour paper will crinkle a bit, but this is just way too thin anyway. And hopefully you won't find it too boring watching me practice doing watercolour. It's not going to be the whole video, just a bit of it, me practising. I'm just going to use the cheap thin paper to practice. I'm following a YouTube video, so I'll probably put headphones in so you don't hear it. And then you can just listen to the seagulls out the window, because everybody likes listening to seagulls. I don't understand when, like, inner city people say, "Oh, I love the sound of seagulls," and that you never hear them because we're in the city. No, we hate them. We live around the sea, so we get gulls all the time. And they squawk at 4 in the morning during the summer when they wake up. I could really do without seagulls. Definitely would not miss that. I don't know how saturated I need this to be, but oh, I don't really like that colour. That's not very sky-like, is it? You can see the paper is buckling up so badly because of how thin it is. Look at it. Bulging. Oh, this is really bad paper. Let's see how far down this is meant to go. Okay. It's really hard when there's like a a stream running down the centre of the paper. This should be a tutorial on what not to do with watercolour. Tools you should not buy. The blue is just travelling down the centre of the paper through the red. That's not what's meant to happen. Okay, I have to wait for this to be dry now. Fairness, these. It's not dry yet, so I've got a heat gun. I'm going to blast it and dry it all out. Question is, when do I give up? Because this is just not working. Her paper is so flat compared to mine. I mean, that's sunk down a little bit, but as soon as you get them wet again, it's really hard to work on them. But hers is perfectly flat because she's probably got the right thickness of paper. I mean, how many years have I been an artist and I forgot to check the GSM when I bought this paper? So silly. I thought because it said watercolour that obviously it would be good enough for watercolour. Nope. Now I need to add some white highlights with a white pen. The only white pen I've got is a Posca paint pen. So hopefully this will do the job. That's hers. And that's mine. You can see the ripples in the paper. Did not make it easy. My windmill is just, I don't know, a disaster. The clouds kind of look interesting. Not very cloud-like, but interesting. And I don't have any gouache to do the paint flick, otherwise I would have. The Posca paint is just weird. It's come out green. It's like it's mixed with the blue, but it was white. So I don't know. Anyway, it was an exercise, just learning techniques. Lots of improving to do. Look at the ripples just going down the paper. Little bits of paint got underneath the tape. There it is without the tape on. Is it improved? Not really. This is Keith's lunchtime. He actually loves this. You get so excited for lunch, don't you? I just sketched a key face. I'm going to try and do another portrait of him. Not the battery. Hopefully this is going to be enough battery. I'm going to show you one of my favourite meals, which is fake kebab meat and vegetables in a frying pan and then served with a sweet chili mayo and avocado in a pita, chorizo flavoured pita. So this is the kebab meat. It's made from soy protein. I've just about got enough left. This is going to be a great view of my belly button. Anyway, I'm just going to have to ignore my belly button if it plates out. I tend to just cook whatever vegetables we have currently in the fridge. So asparagus, some tomatoes that I took out of the greenhouse, as well as some from the fridge. Mushrooms. I usually like woodland mushrooms, but they're looking a bit funky, so I'm going to go with chestnut mushrooms. And kale. Season it with a bit of pepper, black pepper. The chorizo flatbread goes under the grill for a few minutes. I'll flip it a couple times as it's frozen currently. I did it again. I thought I was recording. I was not. So I'm doing an avocado and I hope it's ripe. I'm pretty sure when they're brown they're ripe. This was half brown, half green. So I'm mashing up the brown side. I know people are probably thinking, why are you doing this on a chopping board? I'd be wondering the same thing, but the answer would just be that I'd have to get out another dish to dirty. So just doing it on this. I normally would have just done it straight on top of the pita bread, but I'm putting chili mayo on the pita bread. So well, I want to put the mayo on first. This is the mayo. It's a vegan mayo, but I pour in some sweet chili sauce and then mix it together and it makes amazing chili mayo. I wish it was just available to buy. Got some fake cheese. This is my favourite cheese. It's made by Aldi. I can't get the plastic thingy off. This is definitely the best fake cheese that I've tried. There we go. Done. Ready to eat. Keys is ready. Why does that song sound like that, Key? Why is that the most forceful one? Before bed, there you go. Okay. Put this down before you go and lay in my bed.